Hey guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so for today's video, we are doing this makeup look, and I tested out all new products, my whole face. There was only a couple things that were missing, and I absolutely love this look. I'm so happy with how it turned out, and I pretty much loved almost every product. But if you want to see how I completed this look and how I liked all the products, what I thought about them, which products I used, keep watching. Okay, so I threw in my hair and I have an hoodie on because it is really cold in my basement right now. But I don't have any new eyebrow products to do, so I'm just gonna do those off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, my eyebrows are on. I just went for, you know, my typical natural bushy brow look. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Creamy Concealer, and I have it in the shade Fair 15W. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut the bottom of my eyebrow and prime my lids with this. Because I have super greasy eyelids, I am gonna set this pretty well with a matte setting powder. I just don't want my eyeshadow to go on and look all greasy and stuff, so normally I wouldn't set my base, but for this one I am. Okay, so this is definitely more yellow undertone than I'm usually used to, which I should expect because I picked a warm shade. But the coverage it's giving is very nice. I really like it. It feels like a very smooth base, but I am going to set it because it's a hydrating concealer. So I'm just going to go in with my Fit Me powder and dab it on with a beauty blender. And okay, the eyelids are set. And I think I'm ready for eyeshadow. I'm very excited because I'm going to be doing a technique that's a little bit newer to me. I've only done it once for a TikTok, and that is like tie-dye eyes. So I'm going to be doing a tie-dye on the top and then like an ombre kind of winged out cut crease. For my eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using this new Fade into Hue palette by ColourPop. It's this gorgeous rainbow palette, and I think I'm gonna do like a pink and purple and then like blue look maybe on each eye, like do like blue and then like pink maybe. I'll see where I go. But I'm grabbing my color switch, which is just this little like kind of foam thing where you can swirl your makeup brushes in it so you can use multiple colors. Because although I do have a bunch of brushes, the certain technique I am using, I'm gonna need a couple of brushes to reuse over and over again. Okay, to start this off, I'm gonna start with the tie-dye at the top. So I am grabbing this deep purple in the shade, and I'm just grabbing it on this pointed little brush, and I'm starting kind of where the highest arch of my brow is and making that first dot. And just tapping in the pigment. I'm not going to worry about it being too messy right now because I'm going to be blending it out with the pinks anyway. So I'm just getting the shape down for now. And then I'm also using the dark purple to map out where the other swirls are going to be. I'm going all the way out with this shape, all the way out here, just so that I can help that kind of create the wing shape. I'm not getting much fallout or anything. The pigment's definitely going on okay. I have to keep pressing it in to get like full saturation of the color, but there is a lot of kickback in the palette I'm noticing, but overall that's my only critique. Okay, now going in with a small pointed fluffy blending brush, I'm going to pick up the shade Paradise, which is the dark pink in the bottom of the palette here. And I'm just going to take that shade and press it right over the purple spots, just to start creating that gradient. Okay, now that I've laid down the base, I am going to go back in with the dark purple and just go over those spots and just like resaturate the color. Okay, now that I reapplied the purple, I am just going in with a small fluffy blending brush and going in with Lovecraft from the palette, which is this light pink here. And I'm gonna buff that over top of the darker pinks edges. Okay, this is what it's looking like so far. It's gonna look a little bit rough until you cut the crease, but I'm kind of happy with the color saturation. It's a little bit pale for me, so I am thinking I'm gonna go back in and just kind of lay the colors down again, just to see if I can get a little bit more pigment in there. Okay, now that I'm laying down the purple again, it is definitely more vibrant. Okay, so this is what it's looking like now. I'm happy with the colors. I'm going to do the other eye before I cut the crease, which I'll do with Q-tips and makeup remover first, and then go back over with concealer. For the blue side on my left eye, I'm going to go in with the shade Iconic, which is the darkest blue, and I'm going to map out the same shape that I did with the purple. So I'm going to take It Easel, which is the lightest blue in the palette, and I'm going to take that on the fluffy pointed blending brush and blend out the edges of the darker blue. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. I'm gonna go back in with the darkest blue, resaturate the color. You know how it is. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the colors on both sides. It looks a little messy, but it'll look better when I clean it up. So I'm gonna clean it up just using micellar water, a little Q-tip, and create that wing shape. Okay, so I cleaned them up with the Q-tips and micellar water, going back in with the concealer just to fully clean it up and cut that crease, and also lay down the base back on my eyelids. Okay, so here are the eyes all cleaned up, and even though I said at the beginning, like, I do have really greasy eyelids and this is a hydrating concealer, I want to see how the shadows perform on an unset base rather than set, which I did up here. So I'm not gonna set it, and I'm gonna start making a winged cut crease kind of with an ombre effect. So this time we're gonna start on the left eye because my brushes are already dirty. And we're going in with the shade Iconic, which is that dark blue shade, and just gonna start mapping out the cut crease. And again, with the edge, you don't have to be super precise because we are gonna clean it up once again. And for this, I'm doing it a little bit lower because I am gonna connect it to my lower lash line, so it'll have that smoked out look. I'm gonna just start filling in the outside of the wing. Okay, so now that we have the outside of the wing just kind of mapped out, it's not super clean, we're gonna clean it up later, don't worry about it. But we're gonna take a flat domed packing brush and take the shade Watermark, which is this shade right here. It is a shimmer, but it is just like that medium blue that I want, so I can create that gradient. And we're taking it on the brush like this. Oh wow, that looks really pretty. And we're just placing it beside. Oh wow, that is very pigmented. And shaping it out so that we create the middle part of our eye look. And just to blend those two together, I'm just going to tap it in over that line and do little sweeping motions to blend them. Okay, so we have that nice gradient. We are going to keep blending, don't worry, but we are going to go in with the final color of this little cut crease look. And we're going to take the same color we used at the top, the Take It Easel, so the very light blue. And we're going to put that in the innermost corner and finish the shape. Just ever so slightly feathering it out so I blend that light blue to the medium one. Okay, now that I just have all the colors laid down, I'm going to switch to the other eye and then we'll clean them up both after we have the colors laid down on each side. I am noticing with that medium and the light blue, I did experience quite a bit of fallout. I did pack quite a bit of color on, but if you see that, like I just wiped and there's blue all over my under eye. So, did experience that when I packed it on the wet base. Okay, so for the right eye, I'm going in again with that dark purple shade, Zeitgeist or whatever the hell it's called. And I'm taking my pointed little packer brush. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with the dark blue and just kind of map out the end of the wing. Once again, don't worry about it being messy. Like, look at this eye. It looks horrible right now, but we will fix it. Okay, so we're going in with that same domed packer brush and it looks pretty clean. I'm just gonna swirl it. And we're gonna go in with the dark pink shade, Paradise, which is this one. And we're gonna do the medium. We're gonna do the middle of the crease and map out the shape, pack on the color, blend a little bit. You know the drill. So I've laid both the colors down. They're not blended, but I am gonna go in with the fluffier blending brush so that the gradient is all smooth and blended. But I'm just gonna continue packing on the color to get full saturation. Word of the day, I guess. So the two colors are laid down, so I'm gonna go in with my final color, which is Lovecraft. And that is the lightest matte pink in the palette. And I'm taking this fluffy, kind of domed packing brush and just finishing the shape just like I did with the lightest blue here, packing on the color. And this color is showing up very nicely, I will say. It did diffuse a little bit too much into the medium pink, so I'm just going in and blending those two together, feathering them back and forth, with each brush. Okay, the shapes and colors are laid on, so I am going to be able to get started with my base right away. I'm just going to slightly clean up the edges with makeup remover so that it's a little bit easier for me to get my foundation all the way up to the edge of the line. I'm going to take you back out to my wonderful egg of a face, and we are going to start with my base. Okay, so I already put hyaluronic acid on my face by The Ordinary, so I'm just going in with the CeraVe moisturizing lotion. This is actually a newer product to me. I just started using it about like 2 weeks ago, and I am normally not a person that likes thicker cream moisturizers, but this stuff is amazing. I have really dry skin, but it's also very prone to my pores clogging and getting acne breakouts. And this has not broken me out at all. It has done nothing but good for my skin, and it's so affordable. My face is moisturized, so I'm going in with primer. I've actually used this primer a couple times. It is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and this is just the normal one. And this is supposed to be a dupe for the Tatcha Silk Canvas, and that one is hella expensive. I'm pretty sure it's like around $80 Canadian, and this one was definitely not that much. It must have been like maybe $8. So I'm just putting it on my cheeks, my nose, and I have used this a couple times, like I said, so I do know that I really like it. And I have really big pores, and it makes my skin look so much more flawless than if I weren't to do anything, because I hadn't found a good pore filling primer that didn't break me out, and this one hasn't. I've used it probably 4 or 5 times now, and I really like it. Okay, I'm gonna let my primer sit on my face a little bit, get a little bit tackier, but I want to talk about the foundation. I am so excited for this. I've wanted to try it ever since it came out, and it is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Infused Foundation. And I got it in the shade Fair 20N. I definitely have more neutral undertones in my skin, which I don't know why I got a warm concealer. That makes no sense. But I think this should match my skin pretty well. I'm so excited for this. I'm not too sure about the claims. I think it's supposed to be a medium to full coverage. Super hydrating, which I love in a foundation. Like, matte foundations are just not for me. Like, my skin will not have it. Okay, so I maybe used a pump there. That was not a lot. The dots are very tiny. but I'm going in with my Morphe sponge and just patting that into the skin. Okay, so already it's definitely not covering my acne spots, but I didn't put much on, so I'm not surprised. Okay, so it is not creating any dry spots, which I love. Not done blending it out. I definitely have to put another layer on, but so far it's looking really good. Oh my god. I just got a notification on my phone and I have to drop my car off at like a tire place in an hour, and there's no way I'm gonna be done filming and done my makeup, so I might just have to go like looking a little crazy. Okay, I'm gonna finish blending this out and I'll be back for concealer. We are gonna go in with concealer, the same Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Concealer in Fair 15W, and just, okay, see, like it's, I don't know if you can tell on camera as much as you can in person, but it's very yellow compared to the foundation. So it is definitely too yellow for the foundation I chose. I think this would actually work though if I just wanted a more natural look and just to use concealer on some blemishes and stuff, but it's definitely brightening under the eyes, if you can tell. They look a little crepey right now, so ignore that. Just using a little setting mist. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how this looks. I am so excited for the next step. So before I set anything, I'm gonna finish laying down cream products. So I have cream, bronzer, blush, and highlighter here. So all the cream today. So first we're starting with bronzer, and this is from ColourPop. This is the Soul Body Face and Body Bronzing Balm, and it looks like this. This is in the shade Light. And this is apparently a dupe for the Chanel Teint de Soleil, or Teint de Chanel Soleil cream bronzer. Can't remember what it's called. It's something like that. But apparently it's a super good dupe, and I've always wanted to try that Chanel one. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, I need to get it. So I'm just going in with my beauty sponge. This is how I saw Michaela from TikTok do it. And just going in the parts where I would normally bronze. Okay, I already love this. Like, yeah. So that was fun. My camera battery died. I went ahead and I used the blush sticks by ColourPop in Invite Only, and holy shit, I'm in love with this product. Like, it blended out so easy. I just applied it directly and it is gorgeous. Like, I love it. And then I just used the Marc Jacobs Dew Drops in Dew You. I just got a mini size with like an eyeliner and stuff. So I tried that out. It's okay. I'm definitely still putting powder products on my face, so I'm not too worried. But I think it would definitely be good if you went for a more minimalistic look and just wanted like a natural glow from within. Like, it definitely shows a little bit. I didn't put too much on. But I'm gonna move on to powder products because I did set my face. I didn't have a new setting powder, so I just used my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in 1. So we're gonna move on to bronzer. I do already have like that nice bronze from the cream, but I do really want to try this out. This is the Morphe Glam Bronze in Originator, and it's a little bit more of a cool tone, which I've been looking for a cool tone bronzer forever that would match my skin tone when I'm fair. So I'm just dipping my brush in, and okay, that is very pigmented. Okay, yeah, that is really pretty. Wow, I'm very impressed with this product. It kind of reminds me of the Marc Jacobs bronzer. I do have that bronzer in a more warm, deeper shade, but this is like a very cheap, like compared to that price, this is so much cheaper. Very good, like definitely pigmented. We'll see how it lasts, but it's blending out very nicely. So I don't have a new powder blush, but I'm just gonna go in with this Marc Jacobs Air Blush in Night Fever and Hot Stuff, and with my favorite Sephora blush brush. Holy shit, I look like a clown. I literally look like a clown right now. Okay, since that's a lot for me, I'm just going in with some translucent powder and going over top of those lines just to make it a little bit more blended. Now I'm so excited for this part. Now we're on to highlighter, and do you see this? Like, it is gorgeous. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter in Iced Out. It's a lot like the packaging is the same as the Amrezy one, which is a limited edition, and it is my all-time favorite highlighter. And this is in a bit of a like a icier, you know, cooler, lighter shade, so I think it'll match better when I'm fair like this. So I'm grabbing my Morphe M510 brush and just going in. This actually would definitely work when you're tan. It has that gold reflect in it that makes it not quite as pale. Okay, just to melt all the powders in with the creams, I'm going in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, just dousing my face in that a little bit. And okay, it's about time to finish the eyes because I'm a little sick of it looking clown-like. To finish off the eyes, I'm going to start by using the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in white. And I've never used this product before. Oh, I like how it's a twist up rather than like sharpening. And I'm just going to put that in my waterline. I'll be back. So I just put that on my waterline. It went on so well. I'm like a big fan of the Marc Jacobs highliners, but this might be like a solid dupe. It is so creamy. It went on so smooth, like that literally took like 20 seconds to put on. Oh, I love that. Okay, wow, ColourPop is like killing the game right now. So, to finish off the eyes, I'm going in with the dark purple on a little flat like shader brush like this. And I'm just going to place it on the outer corner, tight to that liner. And I'm gonna stop about where my pupil is. And with this brush, I'm just going to wing out this and flare it out. And I'm connecting, making sure I connect the waterline, like the bottom lash line, to the wing. Now with a little bit of a fluffier brush, we're just using this small pointed fluffy brush. We're gonna go in with Paradise, which is the medium pink, and we're just gonna start smoking that out. And I'm bringing this just about to the inner corner. Not quite, but very close. Now, with a pretty big fluffy brush, we're gonna go into Lovecraft, which is the palest pink, and we're just gonna blow this out pretty low. And with this shade, we're gonna go all the way into the inner corner to kind of connect to the shape on the top. Okay, since my camera battery is deciding to try to die again, I'm just gonna do the same process with the blue underneath, and I'll be back after. Okay, so I had to run and drop my truck off, but I did my mascara. I didn't have a new one to use. So onto lashes, I'm using these Kiss blowout lashes in Brassiere. They're really pretty. I've used them once, but I just want to see how they look on this eye look. So I'm gonna apply these and I'll be back after. Okay, the lashes are on and we're almost at our last step, and we're gonna go ahead and put this gloss on top. Okay, that looks really pretty. I really like that gloss. It smells good and it doesn't feel sticky, at least right now. Okay, so I'm going in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I got a jumbo bottle of this because I don't have any setting spray right now. And I don't think I've used this in like at least a year. Like, this is almost a new product for me because I haven't used it in so long. I forgot about that smell. Yeah, it doesn't smell good, but it works. Okay, so the makeup look is complete. I'm gonna do my hair and change and I'll be right back. Okay guys, this is the final look. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. Every single like, every single view, every single comment, I appreciate so much. So don't forget to like and subscribe down below and leave me a comment. Tell me some video ideas that you'd like to see from me. I love seeing them and I love getting inspired by your guys' ideas. So I guess see you in the next one.